green hell, that's what everyone calls it.
The green hell, this circuit is amazing and crazy.
It rings a bell. I mean, it's an amazing place.
It's not like a normal track.
It's unbelievably challenging.
The engagement we have to put on this circuit. The lap is almost 9 minutes. In 9 minutes, we breathe 3 times. There is a lot of tension during that lap, much more than any other circuit.
From the first lap on, you have to push already. You have to take a lot of risk.
You also have to have so much respect for it.
It requires some commitments. It takes you to another level. It asks so much from you that you can only learn.
It's hard.
More I come and faster I am, and less I like.
If you can win here, you know, you get a lot of credibility.
Last weekend in Sanford, we were there. The car felt fantastic. I would not change it for a thing.
Ron is the eye looking of everything. He is the CEO of the company, first of all.
His role is to check and to find the solution when there is a problem.
Ivan thinks 5th gear is in 4th gear.
What?
Ron has the big, try to have the big picture of everything, putting the pieces together, collecting everything from us.
Ron is a very experienced race engineer in his own right, so he's won world titles.
They got the wrong ratios in.
Big gearbox?
Yeah, 4th is 5th, better sounds of things.
Hade vi nog där från outlap or?
Yes. Have you been really clear with the instructions? What needs to be done? I know, but I'm not sure whether they will. I'm not sure we can get to them.
My role is quite wide. Well, of course, as in back at base, we got an organisation to run, and that's quite different to running a race event. Whether it's HR, whether it's finance, whether it is operations, somewhat different. Good at the same time, and also extremely important. And we go racing 10 times a year, which is really exciting, and it gets the adrenaline going. But without everybody back at base, we couldn't do what we're doing here on a regular basis.
The third reset, it came to life.
Was it pressing the valve at no point?
It was always down.
Always down.
Yeah.
He has a heavy bias towards the engineering. He wants to know everything that's going on with all the cars, but also he has to structure the team, and he has a huge task.
How certain are we that the valve is properly down? Is it worth getting Andy and run through him, with him, exactly what needs to be happening on the car?
You work with all the young people, very enthusiastic people. You're trying to transfer as much as you have to help that and support that.
When does he drive out of the pits?
This.
Okay, and where does he stop?
There.
I understand. So basically what we're saying is that he cranked, and we didn't push the valve down. Have we been with Andy to push the valve down? Sorry mate, can I... Don't talk to me about it. Talk to the car crew, talk to...
I'll discuss this with Hendrik.
Okay, that's fine. Ted's car went to D3. A lot more stable. Don't worry, go and do what you need to do. Don't worry, take it out. Sorry? Do you know how that compares to Ivan?
Yeah, I think so, I can.
Be good to have a quick look when you got time.
A lot of the things that you do when you get to the high level, the differences, the benefits from things become diminishing returns. At the same time, when you go to the Nordschleife and you choose the wrong tyre, that could be, one or the other.
This circuit is 25k long, so of course the further point is far away, so it can be raining here and dry there.
It could be that one lap you're going to get and that's it, because it will chuck down afterwards. If you're on the wrong tyre, it's really important.
Honderd on slicks. Slicks, front.
Slicks, no slicks, slicks, no slicks. Yeah, front to back, out, in. All sorts of interesting conversations. And then you try to make sure that you make the decisions right for all 4 cars.
How many GP laps are you going to do before you front to back? You want to do extra, not 1. Yeah?
Sometimes you are in the track and you say, oh, now is flat corner or the next one or this one or end of the straight, I have to stay flat until there, but the car is touching on the ground, the wheel goes almost in the air, the car is moving, you are 260k.
Whoa! That could be the edge. Don't park it there, don't park it there, don't park it. That'll be the end of the fucking session.
You know, it went crazy with rain, drying, and then slicks. Sometimes I think, same as the other drivers, you know, the speed I'm carrying now, I will probably die. And it's like, oh no, the track saved me.
Fucking hell, Canadian in fucking ninth.
We did quite a good qualifying on Q1 where we finished P5, 6 and 7, but that was on the wet condition. Quali 2, unfortunately we are out of the P15. I don't think it was possible to be in the top 10.
Check the flag.
Check the flag. It's
Yeah.
at the end of the session.
We're not where we want to be on the grid. It would be interesting to see this afternoon and tomorrow to see how well we can battle it. But it is quite a unique event and quite a unique race. It's not very traditional, so a little bit difficult to make good judgments. Trying to have a dialogue in the pit wall, trying to make decisions with a few laps of the races. It's only 3 here, for example. You haven't got an awful lot of time. So the team as a whole is aware what the objectives are.
Germany's Nürburgring, the venue for the 5th race weekend of the FIA WTCR, and a sunny Saturday morning under Schloss Nürburg.
Race 1 was the good starting position for me, from 5th position.
I started from P7 on the grid.
But my engine broke down in the start, nothing I could do.
I jumped them on the start, and I jumped even 1 or 2 other cars at the T1. Then I got pushed from behind, I lost 2 places, but apparently I was the only Lynk & Co which survived the T1.
And I still managed to finish 11th or something like that, or 10th to get some points.
We keep it to bring the car back to P6. It was a really good result, and we knew that it was a really good result. That's why we were so happy about a P6, even if it's just a P6. Race 2, I started from P16, 17, 16, and with all the Lynk & Co guys, we were all together. I had a really good start. I jumped 3 places straight away at the start.
I managed to overtake some people on the straight. I went up from 18th to 14th or something, just a couple of cars.
And then got like squeezed in between 2 cars. We got like little contacts between all together. And one of the fixation from the front splitter broke, so I had to box, even though if I was P13 or 12 at that time.
I made a good start actually in race 3 and got myself into like 10th, so I was looking quite good. Ivan slipped through.
I start P19, it was a big mess on the first corner. I gained a lot of place there, then I gained some other place on the GP track.
Race 3 was absolutely crazy in the beginning, in the start of it, and I got hit so many times.
After T1-2 I was P8, coming from P17.
And then Hagloff hit me really hard and then caused some severe damage to the tyre and suspension. Ted was coming from the outside.
And when I tried to pass him on the outside, he couldn't give me the space.
And the tyre failed and made me slide wide, and then we had small contact as well with Ted, which also cost him a result.
The same issue than the race 2, and I had to boot DNF.
Said puncture.
Oh, trouble! That's a huge crash! Johan Kristoffersson, our race 2 winner. What a huge accident!
Then I came back P8 on the last lap. Yeah, it was a yellow flag, then double yellow. I was expecting a crash, but it was nothing. And suddenly the other car start. Take off my limiter, takes a bit too much time, I lost 2 places. I prefer to laugh because it's so stupid to lose 2 places on that condition.
We need to get out of this area of the grid because it's not classy back there. It's just hard racing, it's clumsy, it's not what you do, it's what everyone does around you, which you cannot control. The true test for any team is the test of the team when under extreme pressure. We have a strong foundation here, we have good people at the top.
We've had some pressure and some tension, and when you've got a brand new car and quite a young new team, trying to mold that into a machine is not easy, and that takes a bit of time too.
When we come out the other side, I think we'll be very strong.
Everybody needs to play a role in having that patience, and that's what you ask from people, and that's not always easy. And that's from the top to the bottom.
We always expect better, but when you try to recover something you cannot, you are the limit all the time, and then you do mistakes.
Now we have to look forward, to look how we can improve.
Esteban Guerrieri leading the championship from Norbert Mikulits, who's still second, Ted Björk still third.
This is a tough championship. We have to bounce back. The season is not over until the last race, the last corner, and the checkered flag falls.
It's bloody hard to win a race. You know, this level, to win a championship is almost impossible. We've been through some tough times the last few weeks. We will stand on the top step, it will come.
We win together and we lose together.